What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday, the weekly live chat, which has seemed to be all over the place this year, which is just crazy. But nonetheless, live every single Wednesday. It is 11/29/2023. What a moment in time we're living in. Uh, we can discuss whatever you want. UFC Austin is this Saturday, which is a banger card. And I don't even know what I was going to say there. I was reading something, but yeah. UFC Austin this Saturday, UFC predictions. Islam Makhachev fighting in Saudi Arabia. I'm thinking about making another video on that because I have some more kind of breadcrumbs to go off of. And, I thought it'd be interesting to maybe to make another video on it. And it's very, it's something I want to just harp on because when it comes to fruition, I want everyone to say, yeah, Joey was the first person to call this. We can also talk about, I made an entire video on it already, UFC Mexico, which is Brandon Moreno, Amir Albazi, as well as Yair Rodriguez versus Brian Ortega, too, which is what it is, but I made an entire video on that. And whatever else you guys care to talk about. Doesn't matter to me. Put it in the chat. The day after we closed the channel, we are already back again. I thought we were gone. I'm surprised how many people comment on it. Like, Joey, what the hell? What's going on here? I was shocked how many. Like, I put the question mark. I answered the question in the first 2 minutes. One thing that I did think was incredibly stupid. I'm not going to read you this whole comment, but I saw this comment that said, "You often seem to take the side of the worst kind of people in the MMA world." That's literally everyone else. That's literally everyone else. That's the dumbest comment I've ever read. Allegedly, Yair versus Ortega is going to be the headliner. Where'd you hear that at? You heard of Bobby Green, Arman Tsaryukyan team altercation. You always hear these words altercation, and a lot of times it's just grown men yelling at each other in open space and nothing ever actually happened. I'm so sick of these fucking wolf tickets bullshit. Like, is anyone else sick and tired of hearing about it? Well, what did I tell you? I made a video on the channel. What really happened at UFC 279's weigh-ins or press conference? And I told you guys, I guarantee it was nothing. Everyone's making videos about it. Everyone's tweeting about it. Everyone's posting Instagram reels about it. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's doing that. Salacious headlines from MMA Media website. And I told you guys, I guarantee nothing happened. It was probably just a bunch of grown men yelling at each other. I'm so sick of the wolf tickets, of altercations, I don't give a fuck about some grown. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. There's some grown men yelling at each other and recording it for attention online. That's it. That's all it was. As far as I know. Maybe something will come out and prove me wrong. But is anyone tired of that? Is anyone tired of hearing that? Like, altercation this, altercation that. And it's supposed to get, we're supposed to get excited about it. There was an altercation. Like, who gives a fuck? But yeah. Per MMA. Yeah, I thought per him, somebody told me per him the Albazi thing. Albazi wasn't fighting ever again or some shit. I can't remember what it was. I cannot remember what it was. So, yeah. Carlos Legaspi said it's in the works to be the headliner. Okay, for the headline. I didn't see him say that. I see him report the news. So, I said this on your video, but hot take Yair Ortega isn't that good. I kind of broke that down in the video as well. I said, like, it was a good fight, but at the same time, like, I already feel like I know what happened in the first one. But for everyone else, I guess, they don't feel like, I don't know. But I agree with you, dude. It's not great, but it's good for a fight night card. To have that on a fight night card is pretty good. You're picking Yair to win the rematch? Okay. All right. I am as well. I think I picked him in the original. Who'd you pick in the original, Fries? Who'd you pick? Or that wasn't even Fries. Tiramisu, who'd you pick in the original? Same, I don't care for it. Yeah, I'm not like dying to see it, but I think it's good for a fight night card. Ortega's still ducking contenders. Ortega's a clown. Ortega's a legit clown, for real. Hasn't fought since July 2022. Yair's going to steamroll him. We'll see about that. I don't know. Yair doesn't have the best wrestling or takedown defense, so it's hard to say for sure. But I suspect, not suggest, that you will see Yair Rodriguez sleep Brian Ortega badly. And then he better go far back in the rankings. Bad matchup. First time watching a live stream. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate you. Yeah, guys, do me a favor. Like the stream. I would appreciate it. Moreno versus Albazi should be the main event. I want those 5 rounds. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the main event. Both those fights should be 5 rounds in general. Both those fights, I mean, how can you have Moreno versus Albazi, damn near a #1 contender fight, and not have it 5 rounds? Makes absolutely zero sense if true. So, like, where does the winner of Ortega Yair go? Both lost to Max and Volk. I don't know. It all depends what happens with Topuria. It all depends what happens with Topuria. If Topuria wins, all bets are off. But I could see somehow Ortega getting another shot. Update on disc? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I picked Yair by TKO in the first fight. I think I picked Yair by TKO as well. The PFL video and the one you just put out were good. Thank you, Vince. I appreciate your kind-hearted words. I appreciate them very much. I actually picked Ortega by sub in the first fight. Okay, yeah, I think a lot of people were picking Ortega. I don't remember. Let me go look at Tabology real quick, just out of curiosity. I don't remember who all was picking who in that one. I feel like I would say it was like 60-40 Ortega, if I remember correctly. Damn, it was 80. It was 73%. I exaggerated there. It was 73% picking Ortega. I'm pretty confident I picked Rodriguez. The disc you lost from yesterday, there would be a C on the end, not a K, but there is no update. I mean, how would there be an update? I didn't go there. It's deep in the woods, an hour from my house. What you want me? Like, I appreciate you asking, but I'm just saying I don't have any update. I mean, the best that could happen is someone out there playing, but I doubt anyone's playing that course because it's so heavily wooded and it's been cold. The best case scenario is somebody else finds it and calls me because my number's on it. So it's probably lost for good, which sucks. No rematch for Volk. Yeah, I mean, there could be, but if Volk gets brutally KO'd, you never know. He might take some time off. Hey, Joe, I'm in Target right now in Vegas and was wondering what color blanket and pillows should I get Dawson? I think you should get him all white. All white. Christian told Izzy at Francis Tyson card in Saudi that he already seen the Saudi card. Ronaldo, I told Izzy to fight in that card. I don't know what all that means. What you're trying to say there. I hope this makes sense, but by the mindset was Brian Ortega's striking is better than Yair's grappling. I kind of get it, but I don't know. Who are your actual favorite fighters? Charles Oliveira, Yuri Prohaska. Anyone who's active for the most part. I know Yuri was injured. Anyone who's active and exciting. I like Islam. Just because of the way he fights, and he's so good. And whoever's really, really good and active, that's who I like. I think the place is an hour away, roughly, yeah. Do you play throughout the winter? Yeah, for the most part. I mean, usually I try to pick a couple, there might be a couple warm days. It just sucks because it gets dark so early. So, like, a lot of the time throughout the year, especially throughout, like, the summer, spring, I'll, play, like, around 5:30 to, like, 7 or something. But, yeah, I play in the winter. I want to go play more. I haven't played that much. Olivier Aubin Mercier is walking away from the sport. I thought that was pretty obvious on Saturday. I mean, he retired before that fight even happened, in my opinion. Dude didn't fight. Dude didn't even fight. Yair reasonable had a better third round against Volk than Ortega. I don't even remember. It's hard for me to even remember Volk Yair. I would have to go back and rewatch that. It's hard for me to even remember it off the top of my head. Joe Joey's stream lagging. I don't know what to tell you. Might be a bit of a hot shot, but I think Ortega gonna survive all 5 rounds and lose a decision. Nah, dude, he'll get stopped, dude. He gets clipped up on the feet. What do you think of a church scaring 5-year-old children? I don't know. I mean, I don't think anyone should be. I mean, it depends on the situation. I don't know what you mean by that. It's very bizarre, but I wouldn't recommend going out of your way to intentionally traumatize 5-year-old children. I said this a while ago, but a soccer player, Cristiano Ronaldo, said to Izzy at a Francis Fury card, quote, "Izzy, I have seen the UFC Saudi card, and you have to fight on the card." That clip went viral. Yeah, I'm thinking about making another video on it and discussing another fight I think they could put on the card. Izzy then posted, should fight in UFC Saudi card. I've never even seen any of that. I never saw any of that, my friend. That's wild. Never even heard of it. I think he's tough enough to survive. He'll get beat up, but then he'll stay in there. I don't know, man. He took so much damage against Volk. He took so much damage against Holloway. It's bound to catch up with him eventually. It's bound to catch up with him eventually. He's taken so much damage. What do you think is a super fight Dana talked about in the Nelk podcast? He said it's not involving McConnor. We talked about this last night, dude. Super fight, the term super fight has been perverted. It has been perverted by the MMA community. It's been perverted by Dana White. Super fight does not mean what super fight used to mean. It used to mean champion versus champion, up a weight class, down a weight class, 2 different weight class champions fighting each other. Now it just basically means any fight they think would sell is some super fight. And I have a gut feeling that all the rumors you've seen swirling around about dumbass GSP Diaz is going to be the super fight he's talking about. I mean, who wants to see that? GSP Diaz too? Ew. I even saw some tweet today, and I don't know who it was. I just happened to end up in my timeline and it said something along the lines of, "Can't wait till the UFC announces UFC 300's main event. Everyone's going to be shocked." And someone responded to him and said, "I can't believe he's returning." But they were vague about it. And I don't know where they got their information from. And maybe they just full of shit. Maybe they're not. But I just got a gut feeling. The fact that rumor is swirling around more and more, and the fact that it's swirling around, and then you got Dana going on a podcast to say a super fight popped up the other day. The fact that you look at the UFC's roster right now and you don't have a lot of options for UFC 300. Diaz always wants that GSP fight back. I mean, unless you get Colby versus Bilal on UFC 300, or Colby versus Shavkat UFC 300, or Leon versus Shavkat, or Leon versus Bilal UFC 300, and that's not even main event worthy. So it's going to be a joke if that's true, and I'm just disgusted thinking about it being possible. I'm just disgusted. We watched last stream, and it's pretty crazy how serious and personal people take MMA, like it's impacting their world affairs or something. I know, dude. It's crazy. It really is. It's just, you have to understand, when it comes to online, there's a mob mentality with pretty much everything. So if people are just get up in arms over not like don't get me wrong, I think about MMA when I'm not here, but it's like I move on with my life when I'm not on stream, when I'm not recording a video, when I'm not planning a video. I'm like dealing with life and shit. I'm not sitting here. I don't have enough time to sit here and be angry about someone else's opinion on MMA. And like all these people on YouTube, for the most part, I would say 90% of them are straight up frauds. All of them are just chasing views, clickbait, fake information, bullshit, chasing drama just to chase clicks. And here I am, just being honest about my opinion, giving you straightforward information based on fact or straight up evidence. Not chasing after drama. And of course, you have to have a salacious title. But for the most part, my titles represent exactly what I talk about in the video. I get to the point. I don't make up a crazy thing and then try to talk in circles for 35 minutes only to, show you what I'm showing you at the end just to get you to watch. And you got motherfuckers saying, "Oh yeah, Joey just tries to be a contrarian so he can get views and clicks and subs." I'm telling you right now, the opposite is true for everyone else. Everyone desperately wants to be liked. Everyone in MMA YouTube, for the most part on MMA Twitter, not as much, in MMA media, they just desperately want to be liked and they want to be on the right side of popular opinion. That's all they want. That's all they want. They don't care about critical thinking. They don't care about looking at evidence. What is going to be popular with the majority of the fan base? Let me cover it from that perspective. I just think about it. I give you my honest opinion. I never sit here and say anything that I don't truly believe. Do I have a sense of sarcasm? Of course. I mean, if you watch the streams, you know I have a certain sense of sarcasm. Just like the whole cold sore thing. That was sarcasm in my video. It was true, but it was sarcasm. Like, it wasn't like, and I say Ian Gary got kicked out of his gym better than Colby Covington. It's true, but it's also kind of just, a little bit of joking around in a video, but it's also true. But for whatever reason, people desperately want to silence people that are opposite of the popular opinion, and they think they're right because they're on the side of the popular opinion. And that's why I said in the video the other day, I'll say it again, appeal to popular opinion fallacy. Google it. It happens day in and day out in the MMA community and worldwide with different topics. And it's honestly just disturbing. People think you're not allowed to have an opinion because they disagree with it. And what disgusts me about it is you will never see me angry to the point that I'm going to try to harass someone because I don't like their opinion. Like, there's something I may not like in terms of the public sentiment, and I'll make a video discussing it, but like to be angry and like harass people, it's bizarre as hell. Like, do you not have a life? But I'm going to move on from that now because I've already spent too much time on it. But it's very fascinating, to be honest. Should the winner of Rodriguez versus Ortega fight the winner of Allen versus Evloev? It all depends how the division's going. If Volkanovski wins, the winner of Allen Evloev, I wouldn't mind seeing fighting for a title just off the top of my head without thinking of it. Without thinking about it too much. He's going to need a fresh contender, and it's going to be one of those two guys. Hey, I got a big test for the license tomorrow. Can you wish me luck? I wish you luck, Renzo. I hope you get your license tomorrow. Agreed, they ruined the term super fight. I know, dude. I've been talking about this for years, basically, at this point. For 2 years. The term super fight has been perverted. It's been perverted by the MMA community. It doesn't mean what it used to mean. Is Islam defending against Charles in Saudi? I believe it'll be Islam Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje. I'm going to make another video tonight. I picked up a couple little clips that I saw. And I know it's not my typical video I would do, because I already covered kind of why I believe it's going to happen. And it's a little bit repetitive, but I kind of want to talk about it a little more and kind of look at these two clips, one from Justin Gaethje, one from DC, that it just kind of leads me down the road even more that I believe it's going to happen. And I want to be, I've already made the video. I even talked about it, a couple weeks ago in my UFC 297 video. I want to make it very clear that I was the first person to ever suggest it, that was going to happen. I want to make it very clear. One thing I love about cataloging all my opinions on MMA is whether I'm wrong or right. I just love to be able to go back and look damn, okay, I got this wrong. Damn, I got this right. Look at that Francis Ngannou situation. I know I keep harping on that sometimes, but everyone laughed at me then. Everyone laughed at me when I the way I covered Francis Ngannou. They said, "Joey, you're just being a contrarian. Francis fumbled the bag, blah, 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 blah." I mean, there's countless examples. Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler. I made videos in the beginning saying it's not happening. I don't believe it's happening. And everyone said, it's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. You're just trying to, you're looking for clickbait and bullshit like this. And sure enough, it's not happening this year. So I love cataloging my opinion because at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. And I like to see, as time goes on, how accurate are my thoughts. True, but I've always seen situations like this before. Everyone was saying Cater's taking too much damage leading into Giga fight and hung in there. That's true. How's my favorite media vehicle doing today? The only reason you're allowed to be safe is because I allow you to be safe. Joe, you know UFC is, I'm assuming, Illuminati. My name is John from Toronto, Canada. What's up, John? Could it be O'Malley versus Topuria? Doubtful. Doubtful, doubtful, doubtful. I've become accustomed to watching this live stream. Thank you. I would trust GSP, but not Diaz at all. I mean, who even wants to see that? Who even wants to see that? I've become accustomed. I've become accustomed to whooping up on somebody who was born in 2020. Disgusting. If GSP is coming back, can he at least fight someone better? That's what I would like. Nick got murked by Robbie. Why would he would get crushed by GSP? Nick didn't even get murked by Robbie. Nick took a couple shots and said, dude, Nick Diaz was the Vince McMahon meme before the Vince McMahon meme ever came out. Nick, are you going to continue in the second round? I got to make that. I got to make that real. Nick Diaz, are you going to continue fighting in the second round against Robbie Lawler? And then just a Vince McMahon meme that's been going around. Maybe it's Deontay Wilder in the UFC versus Aspinall? No. Who would you pick and what? Thoughts on Lucas Tracy? He's all right. You think it would be a gimmick for a gimmick belt? No, I just think it would be for nothing. Oh, who would I pick in that? I would pick GSP. It would be an easy win. I mean, at this point, I would beat up Nick Diaz. I would beat up Nick Diaz at this point, you know. Unless he had a son 3 years ago, then maybe he's been training. A lot of people only have MMA to look forward to, so that's all they care about. That is very true. Would you prefer Sugar versus Topuria or Leon versus Islam? Honestly, I don't prefer either one of them unless they get some wins under their belt first. You know, I need champions who are defending, then they can go up or down. So, yeah. But if I had to pick one of those fights, which one's more interesting to me right this second? Sugar versus Topuria. Because Topuria would flatline him. Like, why can't GSP fight someone fun instead of Nick? Because GSP, I'm not insulting GSP when I say this. GSP is scared to fight, okay? And what I mean by that is it gives him terrible anxiety. That's why he left the sport. And, I mean, that's one of the greatest quotes of all time from GSP. I'm a GSP fan. I'm scared to death. Every time I walk into that cage, I'm scared to death. But as much as I'm scared, I'm still going to make that walk. And I'm going to fight like my life depends on it. I'll never forget that quote from UFC Primetime. That's almost verbatim exactly what GSP said. And to get him back in the cage, you're going to have to give him a layup opponent. And Nick Diaz is a layup opponent because Nick Diaz is a dead body. Bro, you take so long to set things up in your video. Well, you're the first person to complain about that. You're the first person to complain about that. Who would you want GSP to fight? If I could pick, give me GSP Leon. Give me GSP Leon. GSP Colby if Colby wins. Could be better, but could be worse. I used to say that in second grade. What are you talking about? Joe, what'd you have for lunch? I didn't have lunch. I had scrambled eggs for breakfast, and then I had some chicken for dinner. What's good, brother? Watching Cheetah's interview just makes me think it's his time, and he's going to take O'Malley to a place blind men see. I hope he does. I hope he does. I hope he takes him higher. I hope he takes him to a stretcher, but with no serious injury. If it's a serious injury, I don't want that. I'm not wishing upon that. I'm just hoping for a, something funny to happen. Thanks, Joey. Appreciate it. You're welcome. I don't know what your, I don't know what you're thanking me for, but you're welcome. If Ortega wins, he should probably fight the winner of Alan Evelev. The only other good option would be Ilya if he loses to Volk. Now, if Ortega wins, he needs to go fight Max. Bilal versus Leon and Saudi, I wouldn't mind that. Joey, can you turn up your mic? My headphones are breaking. Is it not loud enough? Is anyone else having issues? Let me scroll to the bottom. Is anyone else having issues with volume? Is it too low? Did the no serious injuries line come from you, from the commentary, or you? It came from me. I'll turn it up a little bit, but I can't do it too much because it's going to be too low for everyone else. I turned it up a little bit. I turned it up just a hair. Does it still sound all right? Yes or no in the chat? Hurry up. Let me know. Does it still sound all right? I just turned it up a hair. Just turned it up a hair. Joey's going to put the GSP quote on the wall in his house. Yeah. I'm thinking about after my 53rd birthday, I'm going to take my wife to a club in Mexico. I'm going to smack her. And then I'm going to come back and say, you know, I'm terrified. I'm terrified. Every time I fight, I'm terrified. But as much as I'm scared, I'm going to make the walk. And I'm going to fight like my life depends on it. Damn, that was a beautiful quote. I wish I could play it on stream right now. It's fucking nice. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Joey, my fight schedule got changed. I skipped prelims and semifinals straight to the title. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Hey, Joey, is YouTube your full-time gig? No, it is not. It is not my full-time gig. No one talks about this, but why did Cater look so bad against Max? Like, Cater is really good. Is Max just levels above? The volume was too much. Cater couldn't keep up with the pace. GSP versus Cody Brundage is the fight to make. That's crazy. That is crazy. Cody Brundage is a literal bum. Is a literal bum. Does anyone else side with Conor McGregor? What are you talking about? Why don't GSP fight Islam? That'd be crazy. They should book that. I wouldn't mind that if Islam wants it. Do you think you have the strength to beat Francis if you learned he was using you as a media vehicle? If he was using me as a media vehicle, I'd whoop Francis so bad he would retire. If he was using me as a media vehicle. Zombie, thank you for the $4.99. I appreciate the super chat. Sup, Joey? Just defended my title at Kentucky State Fair against Val Woodburn. He was stretchered out of the ring with no serious injuries. Did you get your funnel cake? Did you get your funnel cake? And also, dude, $4.99. You're giving me half your winnings. You're giving me half your winnings. You're gonna have to share the funnel cake too. You're gonna have to share the funnel cake too, bro. So you only shared 50% of your total winnings. I can't believe you fought Val Woodburn. I think he's a little bit you're fighting down in competition. I think you need to step up. You need to step up. You got an XL funnel cake and $200. Damn, 200. I didn't think you got 200. But thank you, Zombie, for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate you, my friend. But yeah, Francis Ngannou was using me as a media vehicle. I'd smack him up quicker than you could ever imagine. GSP would never risk it versus someone he beat already. What do you mean by that? Is the Mexico card fight official? Yes. It's being reported by a legitimate source. So that's my take on official. That it's done. You see your boy O'Malley saying he will be the biggest athlete by the end of 2024. I did not see that, but maybe. I think it's fine. Everyone got cheap shit. It's perfectly fine. Sound is perfect. Awesome. It's fine. Your lives are always low, Joey, compared to my videos. I mean, okay, I'll crank it way up. Let's see how it goes. All right, how's it now? The real question is, how's it now? I cranked it way up. If it's too low for you. If it's too low compared to the videos. Also, sometimes I'm a little bit more distance from the mic. So, anyway, let's see. It's good now. Yeah, but in a video, when I'm sitting closer, it does not make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. That's bizarre. Let me see this. Advanced audio properties. I think it's this one. Now I'm messing up all my audio settings. All right, I bet you it's louder now. Anyway, back to the chat. I turned it up as much as I can. Zombie, thank you for the $4.99. I'm tired of fighting grocery store cashiers. I'm fighting the grocery store manager next. Yeah, I would try to get the manager or maybe the assistant manager. If you think the manager's too much of a step up in competition, I'd probably look for the assistant manager just so you can, work your way up to the manager. Or you maybe you take out the person who is in charge of the deli, what I would say. But definitely shouldn't be fighting the cashiers anymore. Every time Joey streams, he's terrified. His streams like his life depends on it. Yeah, exactly. As much as I'm terrified, I'm going to make that walk. I'm going to make that walk. I wish, honestly, not that this would ever happen, but I wish Francis Ngannou would pop in right now and try to disrespect me. I would like that right now. But as much as I'm terrified, I got to make that walk. I'm going to fight like my life depends on it. And I just sucker punch Ngannou. Anywho. Thank you again, Zombie, for the donos, man. I appreciate your hard-earned Kentucky State fair money, Zombie. GSP don't want to risk his legacy. Khabib would come back for a GSP. I don't think he would. Party at my place if Vera wins. Sounds good. Is Crazy Dana's actually in good shape? Dude has a nutritionist. Dude has a scam artist that's putting him on a good diet, but really is using him to grift. Is Cody Brundage a dead body? Cody Brundage is more of a dead body than Dylan Dennis' father. I got an XL funnel cake at 200. True that. Some fans got nothing to look forward to but MMA. I used to be like that, but then I got a life. Fair enough. Doesn't make me not homeless. What are you talking about? Dude said I'm a bum. I have a job. All right. Congratulations on the job, my friend. Does anyone else think Aljo would get slaughtered by Max? Max has great takedown. Dude, Max would beat the dog shit out of Aljo. Who is the legit source of the Mexico card? I forgot his name, but he works for shit, I can't remember his name now. He works for like the Hispanic version of sports of ESPN, I think it is. Someone fill him in. I can't find it right now. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. Let me see. I think I liked it on Twitter. Hold on. See if I can find it. So I can remember. Apparently I didn't like it. So I can't tell you, but it's someone from ESPN. Let's like a Hispanic, the Hispanic version, Spanish version. Joey, Misfit Boxing offered me a fight. The best payment they can do is ice cream cone. Should I take it? No. Nope. Get more at the Kentucky State Fair. It does not make a difference? Okay. Check random tab. What? I'm done. I'm fucking done. Dude, this shit's embarrassing. This shit is embarrassing. I see people are posting apparently Sean Strickland's obsessed with Ian Gary. If I was Ian Gary, damn, dude, I would be throwing shit right back at Sean Strickland. I'd be like, dude, you're jealous. You're a middleweight champion and you're pulling fours. I'd be jealous of me too. I'm Francis Ngannou. What's up? Compared to the other videos, if I watch you live and go click on another video, the other video is louder, but your recorded videos sound good. It's probably because I'm more relaxed in these videos, so I'm a little bit further from the mic, and I don't probably talk as loud either. So it's a combination of both those. Why isn't Sandhagen fighting O'Malley if he's not injured? The UFC wants to give O'Malley the most winnable fight that makes the most money. That's why. I bet $1 million O'Malley gets another favorable matchup after Cheeto. Wouldn't surprise me, bro. Wouldn't surprise me. You think Ortega's going to become a journeyman if he loses to Rodriguez? He's basically already a journeyman. Did you hear about Arman Green fighting earlier? Green apparently socked one of his homies. Yeah, I heard about it. I don't really care, though. It's just a bunch of grown men acting like a bunch of weirdos. Does wearing Venom make me a Billy Badass? 100%. If Cheeto wins, I'm celebrating with Ruzaboyev's coach. Me too. What's your pick for Pyfer Hermanson? Dude, I think Hermanson's on the down slope. But I'm not super confident in Pyfer. But I'll say Pyfer knocks him out. Tiramisu, I'll leave you frozen like Elsa. The source is Carlos Legespi. There you go, Fight Life. Hello, my friend. We meet again. It's been a while. Where should we begin? I know. Where should we begin? That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Joe, what is your favorite food to cook? Probably New York strip or filet mignon. So, Yeah. Kentucky State Fair is getting ready to sign Cody Brundage after he loses. Dude, I don't even think the Kentucky State Fair wants Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage is a legit dead body, man. The downfall of Marshall Mine is actually signed. I don't even know who that is, to be honest. Like, I saw that, but I don't even know who that is. I wouldn't even be able to pick him out of a lineup. Does he even show his face? Mike Perry doing a Strickland imitation was funny. I saw people were talking about Mike Perry, but I never watched it. Joe, did you hear Bobby Green starting shit again with Arman's team? I don't know what happened, dude. I just know there's videos of people like shouting shit at each other, and it just looks corny. How do you feel about Strickland's personality and the things he says? I think he's a cornball. Literally, I put Colby Covington, Sean Strickland, Ian Gary all in the same category of cornballs. It's just funny the MMA community backs guys like Strickland and Colby. Meanwhile, they cry, Ian Gary went too far. He went too far. He put a mugshot on a t-shirt. Answer me this right now, yes or no in the chat. Answer me this right now. If Colby Covington was signed to fight Jeff Neal and he put a Jeff Neal's mugshot on his t-shirt, would the MMA community not suck off Colby Covington and say how brilliant it was? Yes or no? Would the MMA community not say how brilliant it was? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat. They would say how brilliant he was. They'd be like, oh, he's so brilliant. He's so funny. You're a Colby shell? Yeah. Dude said no. They would suck him off and say it was hilarious. 100%. I'm saying, dude, 100%, not really we hate Colby. I'm not saying necessarily you guys. I'm talking about the MMA community in general. They would say it was hilarious. They would say it was hilarious, which it would be moderately funny. Moderately funny. Let me ask you this. If Strickland rematches Adesanya and he comes out with Adesanya's mugshot on it, I don't know that there is a mugshot. You're telling me they're not going to say Strickland's so funny? So, I mean, I can already answer the question. It's yes, but apparently the two of you who answered said no. So, Hap Chandler, thank you for the $2. UFC made Turner take the fight and spam called him. I know, dude. I saw that. It makes me hate my pick now. And he's like, yeah, I gotta get the weight off. It just makes me sick. Anyway, how do you feel about this stuff, Strick? I think they're all cornballs. Why do you like Ian Gary so much? He's just as annoying as Colby. That's not, dude. You haven't been listening, Junklemania. You haven't been fucking listening. I hate the hypocrisy of the MMA community. Go back and watch any time I've talked about Ian Gary in other videos. I think he's cringy and corny. But he's no different than the rest of them. And now, for some reason, they've turned on him because they think, oh, he's letting a woman get the best of him. And we're alpha males. We wouldn't allow that. So let's talk shit to him. So, for me, I like to back Ian Gary because of the hypocrisy of the MMA community. That's it. That's the only reason why. You know? And I think it's funny if you don't understand the angles that I'm pointing out and the hypocrisy that I'm pointing out is so blatant and so clear that I just find it funny to watch people's heads explode, you know? So many people got upset about that video I made the other day. Everything I said in that video was straight facts. Colby Covington wants so desperately for people to care about him. He wants so desperately for people to hate him. More people hate Ian Gary. Ian Gary, if he beats Vicente Luque, is already a bigger name than Colby Covington. Already. You're telling me, let's say Leon Edwards starches Colby Covington, right? Let's say he starches him out cold. And Ian Gary starches out Vicente Luque. And I know we have Bilal and Shavkat, but hypothetically, you know, UFC doesn't always make merit-based matchmaking. Ian Gary calls out Leon Edwards, and he's, you know, got his corny lines, and he's talking about the gym feud and their former teammates, and there's rumors that Leon knocked him out in the gym before, and there's back and forth online. You're telling me you wouldn't get up for that fight? You're telling me you wouldn't tune in? The fact that you guys are talking about him day in and day out just proves he's already becoming a big star. So that's my point, is he's going to be a bigger draw and a bigger star than Colby Covington. It may already be that. But we don't have the evidence to back that up, so I'm not making that claim. Brandon should be banned from the state fair for being a bum. I agree. Funny, Sean Strickland always talks bad about social media and influencer when all he does is talk about others on Twitter for likes. I know, dude. It's the ultimate hypocrisy. But the incels love Sean Strickland. And I don't necessarily hate Sean Strickland. People think I hate Sean Strickland. People love Sean Strickland because let me break it down to you this way. And this is going to be crazy. Everyone's going to be like, what are you talking about? Sean Strickland is one of the biggest pussies when it comes to talking shit. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of public figures who talk shit and hide behind the ruse of, I'm joking. I'm just kidding around. That's what Strickland does. He talks shit on social media and he's like, oh, I'm just kidding. I didn't really mean that, blah, blah, blah. Not that he gets into it too much, but that's it. It's just, I'm playing a character. I don't really mean this, blah, 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 blah. He could talk about whatever he wants, and especially considering the majority of what he does is put down women and act like, women belong in the kitchen and women shouldn't be voting, they shouldn't be working. His fan base is Sean Strickland's entire fan base. All right, let's just put it this way. Sean Strickland's entire fan base, total, if you combine his entire fan base, his most avid fans, have probably had sex with a total of 3 girls. 2 of them are in jail, okay? 2 of those people are in jail. The other one just ended up getting lucky, and that's the laws of percentages. That is his entire fan base. It's a fan base that hates women because they're not able to get women. So they like to put down women and say, oh, these women shouldn't be out working. They shouldn't be voting. They're sluts. They're too old. They're gold diggers. They're this and that. Because they naturally are just disgruntled because they're living on social media too much. They see all these slutty girls posting shit on social media and they're like, why can't I bag me one of these? That's what they're thinking. And meanwhile, while they're talking shit about all these slutty girls on social media, they're the ones buying their OnlyFans. That's what they're doing. So, anyway, who wins Eblen versus Usman? I'll say Eblen, but I don't know. Joey, long-time watcher, first-time chatter. I remember hearing some beef about you and WCJ guy. Did you ever end up seeing documentary about him? I don't know who WCJ is. Never heard of it. Okay. Joe, when Green was asking if he can bring his dogs in the cage in the Octagon interview, why was he talking about his homies or his actual dogs? I have no fucking clue. Hearing Jalen Turner's story of feeling bad for beating the dog shit out of the hangman is not a good look for a fighter. I didn't even hear it. I just heard he said he basically felt forced to take the fight. He didn't seem very confident. You like steak? Yeah. Yep. Meat in your mouth? Yeah, I like to cook it medium. So I really love raw meat in my mouth, for sure. Well, it's not really raw. It's partially cooked. But I just thought it'd be funnier if I said the word raw. Your thoughts on MVP Wonderboy? I like it a lot. Ortega's to Colby Covington at 145? Yeah, without the personality. Funny, they love when Strickland wants women to be out of the workforce or not have the right to vote while simultaneously doing the shit with Ian Gary's wife. I know. Dude, I'm telling you right now, and I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious when I say this. People think, oh, you're trolling. If I was Strickland, I'd be jealous of Ian Gary too. If I was middleweight champion of the world and I'm pulling 4s, I'm pulling 3s, and I see Ian Gary and his wife's 15 years older than the women that I'm pulling and she's way better looking, I'd be disgusted with myself as well. But when you act like that, that's the type of women you get, Marshall's probably the biggest EA UFC YouTuber and was good for a while, but he sucked the dick of EA just to make money, and now he's basically just a sellout, has pussy vibes now, Ian Gary videos. That's crazy. That is crazy. Probably me personally, I'd keep the same energy. Yeah, I didn't mean you guys specifically. I meant the general overall fan base. The general overall fan base would do it. Did anyone actually have a problem with it when Ian did it? I think people are only bringing attention because he's trying to sue. Yeah, but what Ian Gary did, here's my problem. People are so upset that he put a mugshot on his shirt. People are more upset that Ian Gary put a mugshot on his shirt than the fact that Jeff Neal was driving around intoxicated like a fucking piece of shit. Let me put it this way right now. Jeff Neal, great fighter, love his fighting style, quiet, not talking a lot of shit. Jeff Neal is a piece of shit. John Jones is a piece of shit. Israel Adesanya is a piece of shit. And anyone out there drinking and driving is a piece of shit. They can get somebody killed. They can kill a family. They can kill a kid. They can kill themselves. They can kill and injure families who are just minding their own business, doing everything right on the road. So the fact that people are more upset that somebody printed out his picture where he got arrested, where he's out drinking and driving with illegal firearms in the car, more than there was outrage for him actually drinking and driving, that is what's wrong with the world in general. He should be shamed for it, just like Israel Adesanya should be shamed for it. If Dricus du Plessis wins the title and fights Adesanya, first thing I'd be doing is looking for that mugshot if I'm Dricus. And you wouldn't hear me complain about it one bit. I think it's somewhat clever. I would do the same thing. So let's be really clear. If you're drinking and driving, you're a piece of shit. So I don't give a fuck if your mugshot gets, spread out to the entire world, Somebody, this was years ago. I think I told this story on stream. Somebody was talking shit to me online. This was many, many years. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. Somebody was talking shit to me online. And I had found out from somebody else that they were on a sex offender list. I don't know the story behind it. I don't know the story, and I didn't care about the story. Supposedly the story was somebody lied to him about their age, and he ended up getting in trouble. And I don't know. I wasn't friends with this person. I didn't know this person really. I just he was from the general area that I was from. And this motherfucker one day decided to talk shit to me online. And I told this story before. And he didn't know I knew this. He didn't know. Not everyone knew this. I was one of the, I heard it from somebody. I knew everything back a couple years ago. I knew everything about everyone. This motherfucker commented on something, talking shit to me. I had nothing to do with him, was nothing about him. Guess what? I immediately responded with a screenshot of his sexual offender registry. Had his address, had his place of employment, had his mugshot. You think I gave a fuck? Fuck that dude. You're talking shit to me? I'll call you out for it. So there's nothing disgusting. I don't care what the story is. If you've committed a crime of that nature, regardless of the situation, you deserve to be called out for it. So I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Now, obviously, may his story and the details be something that maybe it wasn't what it actually appeared to be. Maybe. But guess what? Keep your fucking mouth shut. And if I was fighting that motherfucker, like for an organization, just to give an analogy, guess what? I'm printing that shit out and I'm wearing it on my shirt. I might get it tattooed on my arm. I'm wearing it on my socks. So I have no problem with anyone calling out Jeff Neal. I think Jeff Neal's a piece of shit. It's not defamation to say, oh, this guy's drinking and driving. Here's his mugshot. Piece of shit. He should be ashamed of it. Anyone who does that should be ashamed of it. Imagine, would people be defending Jeff Neal if he went out there drinking and driving and killed a kid? So, yeah. That's the point I'm getting to. So cry me a fucking river for Jeff Neal. Fuck Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal can go suck a dick. Now, granted, maybe he's a changed man now. Everyone deserves a second chance. But at the end of the day, you should still be shamed for what you did. I'm not going to cry no crocodile tears because someone made fun of you because you went out drinking and driving and put other people's lives at risk. Innocent lives at risk. I'm not going to cry crocodile tears for you. So, anyhow, I don't even remember where I was at now. I don't even remember how I got to that. Man, I wonder who's going to be on 298. If Moreno Ortega fights were on 298, the card would have been stacked and would have totally made sense. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be on 298. I'll have to think about that, but off the top of my head, I can't really think. I like the mugshot shit. If you don't like it, don't break the law. You have a mugshot for a reason. Exactly. People would do it to John Jones and they would laugh about it. So, and I would have no problem with it. The people are offended for Jeff Neal. Was Jeff Neal even upset about it? Was Jeff Neal? I don't remember him ever saying anything about it. Some fans came to a John Jones meet and greet with with his DUI picture on a shirt, and he just laughed about it. Get over it. If you're so upset that someone made fun of you because you got a DUI, I got a great fucking idea. I got a real fucking beautiful idea. Don't get a DUI. How is O'Malley a superstar and a fan favorite if he keeps favorable treatment? Well, he's not a superstar right now or a fan favorite. But the UFC perception is reality, so the UFC just tells you that. Fake it till you make it. Got super emotional and upset with me as I commented his Shavkat Wonderboy MMA Pros Pick video saying, I got to go with my boy. Crap is getting old. What do you mean he got emotional about that? I don't know what you mean by that. This man is fanboying for a 40-year-old woman. Yeah, 40-year-old woman that you wish you could get. We get it, dude. We get it. You got a raging hard on for, just like Sean Strickland does. We get it. Honestly, Strickland was in the same boat as Colby. No one cared about them before they started selling themselves. They would have legit been cut. Yeah, I mean, I guess they got to talk online because nobody cares about their actual fights. I mean, when's the last time Colby or Strickland ever had an exciting fight? Please, I'll wait. I'll wait because they never have exciting fights. Never, ever. And I don't think either one of them is particularly boring. But every single person who likes Colby or likes Strickland, they say, oh, I'm excited for the press conference. They're not excited for the fight. It's because they want to turn MMA into WWE. That's why. Strickland's cringe. I actually agree with the take, Joey. Even though I dislike Gary, he's talked about in a good heel. Dude, I'm telling, if he continues to win, he can become a mega star in the sport. Because people desperately want to see him lose. That's not true. I've had 4 girls and a midget, Joey, and I'm a Strickland fan. So you had 4.5. Okay. All right. With Ortega versus Yair 2 in the works, I truly believe it's an end of an era for Ortega. Yair keeps getting better, and this will be the most brutal one-sided beatdowns we will ever witness. Ortega will retire. I doubt he'll retire, but he's going to get beat up. Joey, Harvey's or Wendy's? I've never heard of Harvey's. Joey in chat, dude just threatened what to mention? What? All right, dude, just stop being fucking weird. Hamzat backup for January? Where do you see that at? There's more to dating than just saying a number on their looks, bro. Who said there wasn't? Nobody said there was, dude. What the fuck? And like you would know. Hamzat is the backup for January. Where did you guys see that? Good take, Joey. People keep saying that. Chris Hansen got him. I remember this story. Yeah, I told it more in depth before. You should make YouTube shorts out of some of the takes you have on live. Dude, I don't got time to do it. I don't got time to do it, man. Just too much. Somebody else do it. Joey, make some more controversial content. We're getting bored of the same old shit. Dude, it's just an echo chamber, but I don't go out of my way to make controversial content. I make content that I believe in, and I'll stand by and debate. You know what's funny? Everyone always says, like people say in the chat and Twitter and comments, Joey, your takes are so bad. You don't know what you're talking. They never can refute actually what I'm saying because guess what? I stick to facts, motherfucker, and reasonable logic. So people can't pick it apart, man. People can't pick it apart. So that's what I mean, Vince. I can't see the fans gravitating to O'Malley with his road and approach handpicked fights. I think eventually O'Malley might just become hated in general. All right, dude, you keep saying Hamzat's a backup. I get it. I'd like to see it. Thoughts on Green and Arman's altercation? I'm be honest. All I've seen is a video of Bobby Green talking shit, screaming in a public lobby. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, you better stay over there, you young whippersnapper. I'll whip your ass. Like, I don't care. Like, did anyone actually hit each other? Is there a video of the altercation? Like, did somebody give somebody a swirly? Did somebody, you know what I mean? Like, I literally can't bring myself to care. I mean, think about it. Everyone made a big deal, and I called this, and I have a full fucking dedicated video to it on the channel, which I'm so glad I did. Everyone made a big deal. Hamzat and Kevin Holland at the presser. Oh, my God. There was fucking an altercation backstage, and holy shit, it was wild. We had to cancel the press conference. I made a fucking video that night, and I said, I guarantee not a fucking thing happened. Sure enough, nothing happened. They just yelled a couple words at each other. So it's just corny. Lucas is in the chat. Didn't you collab with him, Joey? I did. What's up, Lucas, man? I hope you're doing all right. I never agree with you, but your take on Strickland and his virgin followers are on point. Yeah, they're all like that. The ones that have gotten pussy are now in jail. And, the other ones have probably paid for it. Thoughts on Lucas Tracy admitting... Okay. Do you agree that Aljo should stay at 135 if the goal is to win a belt again? Maybe he's getting bored of training while cutting weight, and I think he'd do well at 45. Dude, I've been saying for a long time, I think he gets slaughtered at 45. So, yes. Yes, I think he should stay at 135. I think it's delusional, dude. Max Holloway would wreck him. Anyone at the top 10 of 45 would wreck him badly. He's got literally the worst striking I've ever seen in my entire life. The worst. I mean, Aljamain Sterling's striking is overrated by the MMA community. He's got striking the levels of Ben Askren. I like Strickland only because walked Izzy down like a little bee, and I'm married. Congratulations. I'm happy that you like him for walking down Izzy. You're the outlier. Habib versus Artem was more interesting, agreed. At least he smacked him. You were young man, Joey. I'm old head in this chat. Started watching UFC in 1996. I started watching UFC in 2010. For sure, the Hamzat and Holland shit was faked. Yeah, but everyone jumped on it. Everyone fucking jumped on it and act like it's just wolf tickets. It's wolf tickets. So every time I hear there's an altercation, unless there's video of it, I just don't care. Like the John Jones DC shit was interesting. I actually thought that was funny. You had DC. For those of you who didn't see that, DC and Jones got into a fight live during a stare down, and it was a fucking actual like brawl kind of type deal. There was not like a whole lot thrown. DC literally took off his shoe and threw it at John Jones in the lobby. One of the most embarrassing moments I've ever seen. Yelled some words and threw some water bottles, which is exactly what I said in my video before any video footage came out. What's the Stuart Scott week? What are you talking about? Rented the tapes at Blockbuster. That's pretty crazy. I like Strickland, but he's the biggest Twitter warrior around. I'm telling you, the MMA community's head would explode if I made a video talking shit about Sean Strickland for literally being a Twitter warrior. Dude's a Twitter warrior. All the dude does is complain about fucking social media, and all he is a social media fucking gangster. Because when you get in the cage with him, all he does is pump the jab. That's all he does. So, dude's a Twitter warrior. He says social media is ruining, kids and shit like that, and all he does is spend his time on social media. Hamzat front kicked him in the stomach, but that's all. Not even really that, man. Do you think Sean and Curtis are still cool? They're completely opposite takes. Kurt is on your side. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Dude, people can have different takes and get along. I'm sure I could get along with Sean Strickland. I would just tell him he's fucking stupid. You know what I mean? You don't have to agree on everything to be, friends. I don't understand why people think that. People get angry over a disagreement unless it's like something fucking crazy, At least Lucas came here and asked MMA-related questions. Okay. Yair would be the most winnable matchup, and he'd probably get KO'd there too. He'd rely on his reach and speed. Dude, he would get KO'd badly by Yair. Yair would starch him out cold in the first round. I don't see anyone at 145 that Aljo could beat. Diego Lopez starches Aljo. Aljo is 35. That weight cut has to be wearing him down. Probably. But I also think he just says, well, fuck it. If I'm not getting a title fight, let me just go up to 45. The fact that he ever thought he could compete with Volk is an embarrassment. Noticing how Sugar and Patty get special treatments because of their looks and all the merch they sell in crowds is another fighter who has that look. Chimaev fake beards next? Maybe. Wolf tickets. Who knows the origin of wolf tickets? Does anyone in here know the origin of wolf tickets, or am I the only person that knows that shit? Dana's a hypocrite and a liar. That is true. To be honest, Arman acts more grown up than his age. Plus, he's married with 2 kids. There you go. I miss when you didn't complain all the time. 90% of what you say is judging and complaining about the MMA community. Suck my dick, you pussy bitch. Fuck you. Leave then. And that's not even true because everything what you just said is inaccurate. We talk about plenty of stuff. We talk about great fights. Of course, we're going to talk about negatives of the sport, you pussy. I'm not a brain dead UFC sycophant. So just fuck off, dude. Go cry me a fucking river. If you don't like it, don't fucking watch. I'll pull a Dana White. You don't like it, don't watch. Like the fact that you sit here and act like, oh, you do is complain about blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, huge card in Mexico. Nothing but positivities about the fights. Full card predictions. Nothing but positivities about how great of a card it is. Oh, Islam's going to headline a fight night card. Nothing but positivities about that. PFL and Bellator, positive. Best fight night card, positive. Cut these fighters, just fun. Talking about the fight night card, or post-fight. Crazy deep card, UFC 296. Okay, Colby and Leon are ruining the division, negative. Like, I'm just covering the sport, dude. If you don't like it, fuck off. I don't care. You're a pussy then. If you can't handle the fact that there's going to be positive and negatives, fuck off. I don't care. I don't want you here. I don't need brain dead portions of the MMA community following my channel. I don't give a fuck. Look deep into those eyes. Look deep into those motherfucking eyes. You see any give a fucks? I'm not going to rim job the popular opinion of the MMA community just so I can get a following. That's an embarrassment. That's an outright embarrassment. I'm going to give my honest opinion. The only way to not be negative on certain topics is to lie. So you want me to lie to you? You're coming into a grown man's chat. Grown man's chat. I'm assuming that you're a grown man. And you're like, lie to me, baby. Lie to me. Oh, yeah, lie to me about guys who have their shirts off and no shoes on. And they get in the north-south position. Lie to me about it and tell me how much you enjoy it. So, I don't give a fuck, dude. I think Joey and Strickland will get along if they sit and talk. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. Because some people can handle hearing others' opinions, and not cry about it. Alger's good at playing the knee game. He can win. Yeah, maybe if he gets illegally kneed. You got to debate Lucas again. He's always coming in the streams. Maybe one day. I don't know. Bro said Nate Diaz. I saw you. Yeah, it's Nick Diaz. Yep. I'm glad you guys know. Joe, what do you think is Tom Aspinall's ceiling? I think he could be one of the best heavyweights of all time. It's too early to tell, but, he's super impressive. I know Wolf Tickets because Anthony Smith said that about TJ Dillashaw going injured into a fight. Wolf Tickets is hilarious. It's from a press conference. Bro acts like you don't cover every UFC event. You complain nonstop. He ain't lying. I'm glad you have a burner account. Joey comes down hard on the haters. Yeah, they're like, oh, yeah, lie to me. See, you're getting so mad and complaining more. I'm just giving you a friendly criticism. Well, you know what I'm telling you? Don't watch. If you don't value my opinion and you don't value my honesty, then I don't want you to watch. That's not a complaint. That's not anything negative. I want you to be so satisfied. Go watch another grown man who will gladly lie to you. I'll be nothing would make me happier than to send you along your merry way to watch someone you prefer to watch. So, if that's not positive, I don't know what is. I just want you to be happy. So, Joey always wins. That is true. Reason why I hate UFC 296. That'll be out soon. I'm only subscribed to the Army Pool. Okay. All right, I don't know. Just skip to the bottom, so I don't even know. Anywho, act like a man. Yeah, you should act like a man. How hyped are you to see your girl Misha to fight? Not hyped at all. Not hyped at all. Can we just ban Alpha X once and for all? He's always whining. Yeah, he's the one always crying and whining. The people who actually watch the channel know that we talk about all different aspects. What it is, and I've said it a million times, is these UFC sycophants that are so used to everyone rim jobbing the UFC. The fact that I even have criticism, they mean that they think that it's nothing but negativity because they're not used to hearing any criticism because everyone else just dick rides. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Thoughts on Pereira asking for Magomed for his next fight, not Jamal Hill? Does Pereira have more than Mike Goldberg's early stoppage chance to beat Ankalaev? Mike Goddard's early stoppage chance to beat Mark Goddard? Yeah, I don't know if that's even accurate. I saw just like a post, but I don't know if it's even actually accurate, but that's crazy if so, because Ankalaev's his worst matchup. But I would like it. Call him out. I will. I mean, they don't need to be here. I don't get it. They're watching another grown man and saying, I miss when you used to be, when you, like, what? I'm the same person I've always been with this channel. Literally. We're going to call out the positive. We're going to call out the negative. You know? You get my tap pool funds for this card. Let me check it out, Mario. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Yes, I did, Mario. I did. I got to mark you down. I has to mark you down. I forgot who else did. Let me go mark that down too. I forgot to mark it down earlier. All right, there we go. I marked it down. Yes, I did. You know, you sent me 10. It should have been 5. I don't know. Sometimes I know you send donos with it. But we're doing 5. So. Anyhow. Where was that? Dude, but him calling out Magomedov is crazy. Him calling out Magomedov is crazy if that's accurate. Very hot take that's actually true. Bilal was more compromised in the Burns fight than Burns. He came in with an ankle injury, came off the couch, 0 training. Burns just had camp wrist at all. Yeah, that's true. But people want to discredit him. People want to discredit him. Isn't it funny Smith talked about not fearing Poatan and they're scarier fighters, then he gets matched up with Roundtree, one of the most dangerous guys low-key? I guess that proves that he's not scared of anyone. Joe, do you think Arnold Allen beats Evloev? I'm 50-50 on that. I'm leaning Evloev right now, but I've been leaning Allen before. I need to find a bookie that lets me bet on Pereira by early stoppage. It's going to be a whole bag with the fries in the bottom. Okay. When's the Chris Curtis, Joey, in real life interview at Wingstop? It's coming soon. It was only 5 minutes. He'll be back. Dude needs to chill out. Yes, I sent a little extra. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, Mario, for the donation. I think Allen wins. Okay. Is there anyone outside the top 15 in any division that you're excited to see next year? Yes. Yes, Roman Khabibulov, Caio Borralho, just for the middleweight division we've recently been talking about. Damn it. Now I'm trying to think. Who else? Who else? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Who's outside the top 15 rankings? How do I look at? I wish there was a more, like a top 50 ranking somewhere other than MMA World Rankings. I think Renat's ranked top 15 now, but Renat. Damn. I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit. Damn, light heavyweight's garbage. Should probably not light heavyweight. There's a lot of interest. I got to start making lists of prospects. There's a lot of guys who are very interesting prospects. But off the top of my head, there's 2 middleweights for you. Joey, DC came into MMA Hour and thinks Islam headlines Saudi. Mind you, DC is close. I know, dude. I actually already have the clip. I'm going to make a video on it. I talked about it earlier in stream. Justin Gaethje also said something as well. So, I'm already planning on it. It's going to be a little repetitive. Maybe some people complain. Maybe some people don't. But I think it's a good video to make. And I want to be the person who's always called that it's going to happen. Germany, how many people are in the top competition? Right now, the paid 3. Well, 4, including me. But all people who said they were going to do it, like 10. Like 10. but people who paid 3. Pereira gets mauled by Ank. I agree. 100%. Bilal isn't even close to a title fight. Maybe not. What were you saying is the main event for 300? You were saying Nate Diaz, GSP. That's the rumor. It's going to be Nick Diaz versus GSP 2. That is the rumor that's been circulating around, which is just disturbing. Diego Lopez. Do you think Bilal should get Edwards Covington winner? Yes. Thoughts on Benny, Turner, Figgy, Kevin parlay this weekend? No, I don't. I think Arman wins, and I think Font wins. But I don't mind it. I don't think it's bad. What's up, Joey? Hope you're well. Like it up, chat. You guys, like the stream if you would. Subscribe to the channel if you're not. Joey, thinking about it from a heel perspective, no one in MMA I have dislikes as much as Ian Gary. I guess he's doing his job. Exactly, he is. In your opinion, what's the best pay-per-view this year? UFC 290, easily. Yep, there you go. Easy. What did Gaethje say? Well, you have to... I'll make the video after this stream. I'm going to end this stream in like 20 minutes, half hour, and you'll see it in the video. You'll see it in the video. But Gaethje said something very telling. And I called, if you remember my video from the other day, I said it's going to be Islam versus Gaethje. I'm confident it's going to be Islam Gaethje. I said it like 5 times in the video. Unbiased, I don't think Bilal ever gets a shot. He's getting up there in age. He's got a lot going on at 170 right now. I think they give Shavkat or Islam a shot before Bilal. That's petty. That just goes to show you this shit's rigged, basically. It really is petty when you have someone that actually deserves it and you get giving clowns a shot over him. Bo Nickel, Joe Pfeiffer. Yeah, Bo Nickel. I'm excited to see Bo Nickel back. Diego Lopez. Yes, Diego isn't in the rankings, right? You got some good names there. Joe, do you think Diego Lopez beats Bryce Mitchell? Diego Lopez will beat the brakes off of Bryce, in my opinion. I think he will. Unless he just gets out-wrestled to a decision. I think Diego Lopez beats him up. I think he beats him up pretty bad. UFC can't, and that's a banger fight too. UFC can't do top 50 because divisions like light heavyweight, flyweight, men's, and all the women's division don't even have 15 fighters. That's true. Imagine Ian Gary gets a close decision win. All hell break loose with MMA fans. I hope he sleeps Vicente Luque and then does the little Israel Adesanya hump and then gets up and goes like this. Derek Lewis style. That'd be funny as hell. Or better yet, just does this little gesture on him. That'd be funny as hell. Gives the people elbow. Never forget Bryce brutally robbed Dan Ige. Bryce did brutally rob Dan Ige. That was a robbery. If I've ever seen one. That was a robbery if I ever seen one. It should do Bilal versus... I don't know who that is. Green thinks Arman is going to win. He's creating a fake beef to make the fight because after another win. Yeah, probably. Could be. Could be. Bro, Nick Diaz versus GSP may as well be a game of snakes and ladders in retirement home. They're just geriatrics at this point. Dude, Nick is a dead body. GSP's at least in good shape. Nick's a dead body. Nick's a dead body. Oh my God. He quit in his last fight. He said, so I'm out. I'm outie. Who do you got in Pfeiffer versus Hermanson? I think Jack schools him. I'm not sure yet. I lean Pfeiffer, to be honest. But I could be just crazy. If Bilal becomes champion in Saudi after what's happening, he will become as big as Habib in one night. I don't know. I can't speak to that. I'm not sure. Luque doesn't deserve it. I never said Luque deserved it. I think it'd be funny because Luque is the most likable guy at welterweight. And if Ian Gary just brutalizes him and then taunts him afterwards, I'm not a fan of that at all. But I would just laugh because it would make the MMA community's head explode. Joe, would you prefer Habib versus GSP as the main event? I mean, I still wouldn't love it, but it'd be interesting at least. Bilal needs a title shot immediately. Top guys are avoiding him. He's trying to age him out, ducking him. If he gets his title shot at 36, 37, he's not going to win. Dude, it's sad. It's genuinely sad if he doesn't get his title shot. Pfeiffer wins, in my opinion. Hermanson is a dead body. I don't think Hermanson is a dead body, but I think he's definitely on the decline. I think he's definitely on the decline. If Bilal becomes champ, he would probably be in Saudi. Dude, imagine if I think Bilal Colby would actually be a big fight, because you would have like two guys who are disliked and two guys who are cringy, and it would just be an interesting angle going into it. Dude, Nick is a dead body. Early prediction for Dolidze and Mavov. I'm going to Mavov. Joe, me and my friend were calling on my roof, and it's mad cold, and someone yelled at my elderly neighbor over, and we pissed in a bowl of food and finished it and dumped it. Someone yelled at my elderly neighbor over something, and we pissed in a bowl of food and finished and dumped it. Okay. That's very interesting. Sounds like an interesting adventure. I don't even know what to tell you. Bilal might have a better chance at 185 if he gets much older. I think he could beat maybe Jarrett Chimaev at 185. I don't know, dude. I don't like him at 185. Shouldn't it be either guy wins, they get the same treatment? So if Luque wins, he shouldn't the same jump up as Ian? Not necessarily. They're in different trajectories in their careers. When is Ortega Rodriguez? February 24th. Who care about the Muslim government? The people. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about all that, what's going on right now in terms of you have the UFC banning flags and stuff, so I don't know. Why was Jack Hermanson ever hyped into oblivion? Dude was never. He never got hyped into oblivion ever. Bilal time become a superstar is now. He could be. Luque wins, he's getting JDM. If Ian wins, he's getting the loser of a title fight. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see Ian Gary versus Colby next. If Colby loses and Ian wins, I'd like to see it. Hermanson was hyped because middleweight used to be absolute shit. I don't ever remember Hermanson being hyped up. Ever. Joe, do you think a Holloway versus Sterling makes any sense? No. Let's get Alpha X out of here. Dude's desperate for me. Where's he at? Let me add him. I don't even see him. I don't see him. Why did the UFC bans in Abu Dhabi, but they allowed flags in New York? I guess because of the whole Middle East conflict right now. That's why. That's the only thing I can guess. I don't see Alpha X, dude. But yeah, Luque's not getting a big jump up. He's kind of already had his career. Joey Chat. Oh, I'm in top chat. Damn, I forget about that. There you go. He's gone. On the side of Ortega will fall that it injures enough. So I don't even know what the fuck you wrote there. Maybe I'm being dumb, but I remember people hyping him up a dangerous grappler in the division. Maybe they were. Maybe I missed that boat. Remember they tried to give Hermanson the decision against Strickland. One judge scored 48-47 when it was clear 50-45. Vaguely. I call that discrimination. Either ban the flags or allow them. I mean, I think it's corny, but I kind of get it, but I think it's corny. I think, personally, they were worried about somebody coming out with an Israel flag, and then it was going to cause a lot of shit because of what's going on. Matthew Thompson, thank you for the $1.99. You found me through Pool Boy Army. Thank you. Hermanson's getting KO'd by Pyfer. Bro has no boxing, dude. He has okay striking. But Pyfer has nasty power. Thank you for the $2, Matthew. I appreciate it. But yeah, dude, they tried to rob Corey Sandhagen against Marlon. Nobody would have came out with an Israel flag. You never know. But either way, I think it's bullshit. They unban him, ban him. UAE government banned flags at all events, not just UFC. Do you know why that is? Do you know why that is? I don't know that. Michel Pereira came out with an Israel flag actually in his last fight. I do remember that. Hap talking like Alpha ain't going to come back with $2 donos to get him timed out. Your reaction to the Sandhagen split decision was mad funny. I don't even remember reacting to that. But I'm assuming I couldn't believe it because it was clear cut. It was pretty clear cut. Hap making power moves in the chat. Don't mess with him. Yeah, Hap got a job and he said, you know what? I run this fucking chat. I run this fucking chat. If it was me, Hap, I'd take out JJ Smoke too. If it was me, that's just me personally. How come we can't say our country name like it's a racial slur on YouTube? You can't say it? I didn't even know that was a rule. I haven't heard of that. What's next for Michelle Pereira? UAE is actually not taking sides in the war, and the government is openly against Hamas that rules Gaza. I don't know. I don't know what UAE is doing, so thanks for the information. Joey, spending a day with Brendan Schaub or on a podcast or a wood chipper? I'll spend a day with Brendan Schaub on his podcast just debating him and absolutely embarrassing him. Absolutely embarrassing him. One thing, look, throw me into almost any debate regarding MMA, and I'm good. I'm confident in my knowledge. You have been avoid saying Palestine. How have I avoided saying the word Palestine? Nobody avoids saying that. UFC 300 main event will be Holly Holm, Ronda Rousey, co-main Adesanya Habib. No. Nobody knows. Joe, what's the most amount of chicken nuggets you could eat if your life depended on it, I'm assuming? If my life depended on it, dude, I can do anything if my life depended on it. I'll destroy 5 Francis Ngannous right now if my life depended on beating them up to survive. So, whatever it takes to survive. Pause. YouTube only post an English flag, but let me post everyone else's. Did not know that. If it was me, I would come out. JJ Smoke, Joey, what? Yeah, if it was me, I would walk out with. Dana was talking about how nobody can come out with different flags, or people can come out with the different flags. I would come out with the rainbow flag just to troll. Bro, you can't even spell it wrong. Yeah, you can't even spell it right. GSP is probably too good to come back from Nick Diaz fight. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. Joe, I think if Brady and Ian Gary win, you match them up. If everyone's doubting Brady now, I'd like to see him try and prove them wrong again. Dude, I've found Brady a little bit annoying the way he's acted recently. Like, oh yeah, I beat Bilal 10 times out of 10, and I seen his take on Ian Gary, and it was really a word salad where he never really said anything. He was just living off online. What if you created your own country and the flag was Dana's tomato face? He'd definitely stop you. That's crazy. Joey said he would take me out. Yeah, take him out. He KO you? Who are you talking about? I don't even know what you're saying. I don't even know what you're saying, my friend. I don't even know what you're saying. Chael Sonnen is embarrassment to the MMA community. You said MMA commentary, but yes. Either way, he's an embarrassment to the MMA community, 100%. Brady got striking of an amateur. He just juiced up BJJ guy with no takedowns. He's not beating Gastelum. I agree. I think Ian Gary would starch out. I think he would starch out Sean Brady. Unless Ian Gary has absolutely no wrestling. Which we haven't seen evidence of that yet, but he hasn't fought like a really good grappler just yet. So, there's a little bit of this. A little bit of doubt in my confidence in that one. So I would love to see that matchup, but I think if Colby loses and Ian wins, you do Ian versus Colby. I think. I mean, does that not make sense to you guys? So is that not what you guys would want to see? If Colby loses, I want Colby versus Ian Gary, and I want Leon versus Bilal. Chael Sonnen makes nothing but 10-minute videos saying absolutely nothing. Yeah, I remember. Sonnen just talks in circles, yeah, and crosses his legs. Chael has no original thought. Joe, did you get to college? I got my master's degree. Dude, you weren't here for that stream? Sorry, boys, walking outside. Okay. That's crazy. Nice one. Brady got straight. I already read that. Chael Sonnen 10-minute video. Yeah, Beneil versus Gary. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense right now. If it depends who wins or loses. Because Beneil should be getting the next shot. Will Ian Gary remain calm and focused, or will all this shit get to him? I don't know. He might let it get to him. You know, if you sit there and harp about what people are saying about you online, it will annoy you. For sure. Colby versus Shavkat. Yeah, book Colby versus Shavkat. Joey, has there been a video idea that you forgot about and never got to? Probably. If I forgot about it, I don't remember it. So probably. But I'm sure there has been quite a few. Chael has no original thought. I'm mostly joking. When I was first watching YouTube comment, it was Chael and thought it was shit. But then I found your channel and realized how brain dead Chael was compared to you. When I first watched MMA YouTube content, it was Chael. And I thought it was the shit. Damn. That's crazy. At one point, you thought Chael was good. Chael doesn't offer anything. He's a scam artist. Chael's a literal scam artist. A literal scam artist. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. But yeah. Dude talks in circles for 15 minutes. Intro, outro. And says absolutely nothing. Yeah, Chael's a media vehicle. The UFC uses Chael as a media vehicle. Honestly, Chael has the worst channel. It's sad. And then you got... then you have... Basically, you have people who are just like WWE, so they like Chael. Chael is literally the worst person in the MMA media landscape, in my opinion. The worst. Absolute worst. Dude's a straight up clown. A con man, if I've ever seen one. An embarrassment to the MMA community. I actually used to watch Guru, a fact I'm embarrassed by. Then I found your channel and haven't gone back. Hey, man. Appreciate you coming on over. Anyone I need to be made aware of in chat using Joey as a media vehicle? Not yet. Not tonight. Not tonight. I've been used as a media vehicle one too many times. Actually, I think that was my last tweet. I tweeted... I've been getting a lot of shit on Twitter. I just think it's funny. I don't even read half the shit. But I said, for anyone out there using me as a media vehicle, you're a disgrace. The only reason you're allowed to be safe is because I allow you to be safe. This is not a threat. I'm just making you aware I'm accustomed to dishing out those types of beatings. So, take care, everyone. Great discussion. Thanks you, Jason Smith. I can tell you're of age. I can tell you're a very cultured man. Remember when Stephen A. Smith tried to commentate on MMA? I remember him commentating on Khabib versus Conor Brawl. I remember Stephen A. Smith being super accurate about Cowboy Cerrone, and people acted like Stephen A. Smith didn't know what he was talking about when he was 100% accurate. If I would have had a channel, I would have took up for him at that point in time. He said that Cowboy Cerrone didn't show up tonight. Cowboy Cerrone quit in there. And everyone gave him shit. I remember Luke Thomas was giving him mad shit, right? And I remember thinking, I hate Stephen A. Smith. And I remember thinking, he's right. What he said is accurate. So whether I like him or not, people trying to gatekeep the community shit all over him. And Cowboy Cerrone, after all this backlash, Cowboy Cerrone came out and said, yeah, I didn't show up. I did quit in there. I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? He confirmed exactly what Stephen A. Smith said, and I'll never forget to this day, Luke Thomas came out after the fact. Because he came out with like a hit piece on Stephen A., and then Cowboy came out and said, I did quit, and then Luke Thomas came out and said, Cowboy might have said that, but that's not what he really meant. It was just such a fucking stupid fucking timeline. So, Conor created shoulder shots. Remember that BS? Yeah, I still talk about it all the time now. I still talk about that all. Every time I see a shoulder strike, I'm like, oh, I like Conor McGregor. I first started to learn about MMA from Chael until I started to understand a little bit. Who's the biggest media vehicle in MMA history? Probably Chael. Be right back, about to follow you on Twitter. If anyone wants to go follow me on Twitter, it's at MMA Joey C. At MMA Joey C. Is shaped like Barney. I don't know what that means. Created bullshit shoulder shots. Joe, your tweets have so many layers of inside jokes that the average MMA fan probably thinks you're crazy. Comedy at its peak. Yeah, people don't realize, like, Twitter's for shit posting. But it's just funny. Like, I tweet serious stuff sometimes. Like Brendan Allen, this is serious stuff. Brendan Allen was talking shit about Ian Gary and saying he talks too much. And I said, quote, I think he talks too much. That's really rich coming from a guy who brags online about whooping his young daughter. My favorite tweet, and I didn't realize it was going to get this much attention, is the Colby Ian Gary comparison. It's fucking hilarious, dude. So many people saw that. You don't want to know what happened to the last guy that tried to use Joey as a media vehicle. Yeah, you don't want to know what he ended up with. You don't want to know what he ended up with. I cut him loose and I said, you go tell the police what happened here today. Can you believe Nina Drama is older than Helen Yee? Man, them Asians really hold it down with age. To be honest, I could barely pick out either one of them out of the lineup, so I don't really know. Joey, is there someone in media or journalism outside of MMA that you think is quality and good at their job? Off the top of my head, I don't really, not really know. But I'm sure there probably is someone. People really hating on that Ian Gary Colby video. I know, because they don't like a truth speaker. They don't like a truth speaker. They like someone that's going to feed them confirmation biased. That's what the MMA community wants. That's what the majority of the MMA community wants. Would you rather training with Joshua Fabia or give constant clout to Hans Mullenkamp without the pay? I would rather train with Joshua Fabia. I only speak the truth. I only speak the truth. Thank you for noticing, Boris. I thought Nina was like 25, but she's an old fart, 33. That's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy, though. Because with the shit that I've seen, she acts like she's 10. So it's more the behavior than the actual look. She acts very young. Boris caught a stray ban yesterday. He's about to catch another stray one. Dude said give constant clout to Hans Mellencamp. I'll never forget that picture of like Dominic Cruz riding on the handlebars. Does anyone remember that with Hans Mellencamp? Does anyone remember that picture? Does anyone remember that picture? Yes or no? Joey's like 1,000 years old. You remember? Does anyone remember? It's fucking hilarious. Let me look it up real quick. It's so corny. Like, this shit is bad. This shit is bad. Like, who would ever post this type of photo? Damn, it's like doesn't come up in high res on Google. Here we go. Let me just do this. Save image. I'll put it on screen real quick, just so you can see how corny it was. Here you go. Here's the picture. They're riding around. He's on the handlebars of a bike. That's not even the full picture because I couldn't find a high-res version of the full picture. But there you go. You can see it real quick. Yeah, I know the one he's sitting on the bike handle laughing his ass off. Well, I don't know if he was laughing. Slightest bit of disagreement, he starts banning people. That's literally never happened. I've never banned someone for disagreeing with me. So, suck a fat one, brother. But yeah, your chat is filled with the yes men. Dominic Cruz sold his soul that day. Well, doesn't he hate him now or something? Was Roy Nelson the most low effort heavyweight? Yes. Joey, any tips on warming up your hands? They have those little things that you can put in your gloves and stuff. If not, see if you can borrow Nursultan Ruzaboyev. Let's get rid of Hey, all my yes men, Do you guys want me to time out Boers? You want me to time out Boers? Yes men? I need to type, though, can't wear gloves. Well, then just buy them and put them in your pockets. Put them in your pockets. They actually make texting gloves. Time out Boers for disagreeing with me. Boers, I can't sit here and let you try to use me as a media vehicle. So, can everyone point and laugh at Boers in the chat, please? Everyone point and laugh. He's trying to use me as a media vehicle, and I don't like it. I will not be sit here and abused and used as a media vehicle. Texting gloves don't work. Well, the best thing is to put hand warmers in your pockets and then just only take it out when you need to text. Simple. Yeah, I forgot about this emoji for a second. There you go, Boers. Dude thought he could use me as a media vehicle. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I just imposed my will on him. Damn, that must suck, dude. To come in trying to act big and bad and somebody just imposes their will on you like that. That must be tough, man. I bet you're going through a lot right now. But yeah, that's the way it goes, Boers. What kind of winter coat do I get, Joey? If you really want to be bougie and be super warm, get the DeWalt heating coat. It has a little spot where you hook up a DeWalt battery and it heats up the whole entire coat. Joe, what would you choose? Free UFC front row tickets for life or access to post-fight pressers but free reign asking Dana White the hard questions for life? Second one. Bring back Boers? No. No, I did not. I have like 27 pairs of shoes that I don't wear. He's goofy, used that timeout, and banned confused. Joey, did you? No, I didn't. Imagine banning for real. Imagine. For real. Yeah. I did ban him. He's gone for good. He's been banned. We'll never see him again. He's gone for good. What's the worst restaurant you ever been to? I don't know, man. I don't even remember. There are rumors of Francis versus Wilder and MMA have been signed. I haven't been able to verify it by a legitimate source. Yeah, that's not legit yet. Joey got a 27 shoe collection that's damn near a rival of Kamaru Usman. No. Have you ever seen Piers Morgan interview with Dana White? No. Joe, what snow boots do you recommend? I don't know. I like, I forgot what the name of them are, but they're like Timberland boots, like work boots. They're pretty nice for the snow. I think they're pretty sweet for the snow. Unless you have a banned amnesty day again. Nah, I'm kidding. I didn't ban him. I just timed him out for being a pussy. I just timed him out. I said, I'm not gonna listen to this pussy. I'll be damned. Joey, if Guido wins this weekend, are you meeting him and the boys for the after party? Yes, at Wingstop. How do you find all this high-tech stuff like the DeWalt coat? I mean, it's not high-tech. I actually wore it today. It was freezing cold this morning. I took my dog on a walk this morning. It was like 20 degrees, 18 degrees outside. I watched the interview with Piers Morgan and was asking Dana about slapping his wife. That's funny. About time. North Face and Tim's. Yeah, I got a North Face, and it's pretty damn warm. I've had it for a while. It's like gray and black. How much do you enjoy the Joe Rogan scream, "Oh, he's hurt"? No, I do not. Dude could be replaced by a soundboard tomorrow. Dude could be legitimately replaced by a soundboard tomorrow. So, I don't enjoy it at all. Oh, he's in real trouble here. So you should get sometimes a Montclair coat and a mask. What do you mean? I don't know what that is. Is that a brand? It was fine. I just put a hat on and put my DeWalt coat on. I didn't even plug it up. I didn't even take a battery. Yeah. Dude, I'm so glad that Dana isn't going to bring Dennis to the UFC. No, I'm not getting that type of coat. That shit's ugly as hell. Who would want that? Why are people even buying that? Shit's ugly. I used to pray for times like this in the back of the paddy wagon, wearing a steel cup. Remember Chris Pratt being interviewed before the Pereira Strickland fight? Dude said this has implications in the welterweight division. Absolutely. No, I did not. I didn't watch it. I would never cop one of those. They're ugly as hell. You couldn't give me one for free, to be quite honest. So, you look sick in one? Thank you. Thank you. I'm tired of you guys using me as a media vehicle to advertise your coats that you want purchased. I'm sick of it, quite frankly. I'm quite frankly sick of it. But, guys, I guess I'm going to go do this video. I'm going to go do another video with some evidence that Islam Makhachev is fighting in Saudi Arabia. And talk about it. And talk about a potential co-main event. Joe, you bringing out the Venom gear for $300? I may have to. Imagine people really buying Venom gear and thinking it's cool. Imagine that. Imagine that. Waiting for your vid. You better, Mario. It's only been like 3 days. 3 days, what do you mean? I know. But there's some clips from Justin Gaethje and DC that I thought are interesting. And I just want to hone in on it again so I can say, look, I called this shit. And it's easy. And it's easy to make. That's the point. It'll take me a half hour to make it best. And boom, it'll be uploaded. And if you don't want to watch it, you don't have to watch it. F the vid, stay live. It's not about ending the live to make the vid. I'm going to go to bed at a reasonable hour. I've been way too tired recently. I was dead tired today. I had to take a filthy nap. Hurry up and post the vid. Okay, I already read that. Umar versus Corey probably be the co-main event. It makes sense. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, my friend. Damn, you already called it. I have 2 potential ideas for a co-main event. But we'll see. We shall see. But I think it'll be a banger card. When is Bilal getting a title shot? Hopefully next. Corey should sit and wait for a title shot. He's never getting it. Merab deserves a title shot more than Corey. I don't know why people act like Corey deserves a title shot more than Merab. DC pretty much confirmed Islam. I know. We're gonna show the clip, and he kind of starts to walk about. I don't know anything about it. It'll probably be Umar Corey as co-main. Yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about in the video. I'm also going to talk about one other potential fight. Massive fight. Massive fight. So, if you don't like it, JJ Smoke, I'll take your wrench. Dude's complaining. It's only been 3 days since the last one. Yeah, who else has made that video? Who else called that? I've been calling that for weeks. Not a single other video about that. Just me. So, sorry. Sorry for wanting to make sure I call it out. Bilal isn't getting a title shot. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. Can you guys all like this stream? Can you guys all like this stream? And all make sure you're double checking you're subscribed to the channel. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. It would just mean the world. It would just mean the world. There's something weird going on. No. I don't know. You didn't stream 2 nights ago? That night I was pissed. Were you actually pissed? I was just saying super saying. Damn. I don't know what you mean by that. JJ Smoke's always got to fucking complain. Yeah, how dare you talk about the same topic twice? You're just like the rest of them, JJ. I'm sick of your negativity. I thought it was super unprofessional. I think during the off month, I might not stream for like a week or two. I might just take some time off. I don't know if I'm going to. It's going to feel weird. It says you have 3.8K likes. That's got to be wrong then. That's just a YouTube glitch of some sort. That's just some type of YouTube glitch. I've seen that before where it says so many likes and it's not accurate. But that's the way you go. If you guys are looking for a video you have yet to see, I did an entire video on UFC Mexico. I did an entire video on UFC Mexico. If you guys all want to check it out, just take the whole month off. All right, I will. This is my UFC Mexico video where I actually react to Kevin Holland MVP, which is not official. I react to Umar versus Corey, which kind of give hints in my other video. And I also react to Brandon Moreno, Amir Albazi, and Rodriguez versus Ortega too. Video is in the chat. Do me a favor, go click on it, watch it, like it. I don't understand the incompetence of UFC fans media that don't understand how Islam could be a fight night in Saudi Arabia. Due to no pay-per-view, Saudi is given truckloads of money for the event. Exactly. When are you going to drop the Islam video? In the next half hour. I'm going to bang it out quick. Quick. It's so easy. It's so easy to do. I'm just going to kind of recap my video from the other day. And then I'm going to take a look at each clip. I'm going to discuss each clip a little bit. Minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And then I'm going to talk about potential co-main events. That's going to be the gist of the entire video. So, make sure you watch it. Have notifications on. It's going to be out. It'll be out before 1. But I'm hoping it'll be out before like 12:45. So, that is the goal. Like the stream. I expect every single one of you. I expect to see all your names in the comments when I drop it. You guys are saying, I'm staying up to watch the vid. I'm going to make sure I watch the vid. I better see your name in the comments or else. All right? So, a notable YouTube couldn't believe the idea of Islam on a fight night. A notable YouTuber, I'm assuming you're saying, Andrew John? Let me know who. Message me on Discord. But yeah, it'll be out soon. It'll be out soon. We'll talk about co-main events. Thank you guys for watching. It's been real and it's been fun. So good night. Like the stream on your way out.